Hey, how about a little summertime fun here on Auto Show TV? We're with Dennis Freeman from Elmwood Auto Group. You brought us a Dodge Charger and a Dodge Challenger to show us today. But these aren't your, run-of-the-mill muscle cars, are they, Dennis?
They're certainly not, John. These are the 707 horsepower Hellcats.
Wow.
And just look at these cars. I mean, these cars almost speak for themselves, but it's not until you get inside and turn the key that they really start to speak. At that point, they start to growl, and that's when you unleash the beast. Each of these vehicles have 707 horsepower. It's the fastest production vehicle on the road, and you hit the nail on the head, John. These are true muscle cars. They're head turners. Everything about them is just awesome. And let's face it, let's be real. No little kids, have posters of Corollas or Honda Accords on their wall.
True.
They have posters of Chargers and Challengers and Mustangs and Camaros.
Oh, sure.
Just true American muscle cars, and that's what these are.
So, Dennis, what makes the Hellcat the Hellcat?
Well, in both models, John, both the Charger and the Challenger, let's talk about some of the other models available. You start off with the SE, which is a 300 horsepower V6. Then you step up to the RT, which gives you 370 horsepower. Then you step up to the SRT, which is 470 horsepower. And of course, that's not enough. Then you step up to the class exclusive 6.2 liter supercharged Hellcat.
Well, we put the hoods up. How about you start it up for us? Let's hear what this Charger sounds like.
They sound just as good as they look. Now, at the end of the third quarter, Chrysler is releasing the Dodge Demon Hellcat. That's over 800 horsepower.
Why not?
Why not? At that level, that is going to be the fastest production car in history. That is going to be the only production car that's ever had front wheel lift from launch mode. I mean, it's going to be an animal.
Well, now back to the Hellcat. Now we've got the Charger, we've got the Challenger. Other than obviously the Charger's the 4-door, the Challenger is the 2-door. Are they similar in many ways?
They're very similar. They're essentially built on the same platform. The wheelbase is essentially the same. It's just we have a 4-door model and we have a 2-door model. And even the 2-door model, being the Challenger, has a decent amount of back seat room, a good amount of trunk space.
Yep.
But again, there are those people who need that larger trunk. They need that 4 doors. They need to be able to get their kids in the back. Easier to get in and out of, obviously, with 4 doors than 2. And class exclusive, both come available in all-wheel drive. The only true American muscle cars to also come in all-wheel drive.
Yeah, and obviously a lot of safety features, safety technology, because that's important.
9 airbags, front and rear crumple zones, side impact beams in the doors, ears, what's called enhanced accident safety response system. And you also have a lot of the technology found in high-end luxury cars. Forward collision warning, adaptive cruise control, blind spot monitoring, lane departure warning, 360-degree cameras, the list goes on and on.
And on the chick magnet scale, they're over the top, I understand.
They're over the top. I've had several guys who have actually canceled their online dating subscription and just bought Chargers and Challengers. And there's been a lot of babies made in the back seats of these cars too. Let me just mention that.
I would imagine. So Dennis, let me ask you, do a lot of women buy Chargers and Challengers and Hellcats?
They do. Believe it or not, John, a lot of women are drawn to the styling of this vehicle and
the speed.
And the speed, exactly. And with the Charger, it's a mid-size sedan. And again, like I said, you can get it in the V6, you can get it in the V8, you can get it in all-wheel drive. So a lot of people ask me, how is the rear-wheel drive model in the snow? Well, I'm sure a lot of people have noticed that a lot of police offices, a lot of municipalities, a lot of the state troopers drive.
They drive Chargers,
They drive Chargers, which most of those are rear-wheel drive. So the rear-wheel drive Charger and Challenger is one of the only vehicles to achieve 50-50 weight distribution. The battery is even placed in the trunk of the vehicle, one of 2 reasons. One, battery's heavy. It helps to add to that weight over the rear wheels, and it extends the life of the battery because it's not subject to the heat of the engine.
I think it's important, Dennis, if someone is considering a Charger or Challenger, they're going to do some research, but they're going to have some questions, and your guys are experts when it comes to these vehicles.
Absolutely, John. The best thing to do is come down to the dealership, speak with one of my sales professionals. My salesmen spend countless hours in the classroom studying, learning about these vehicles, not just the options and packages, but what makes them exclusive, what sets them apart from the competition. So I'd like to invite anybody who may be interested in a new or used vehicle to come down to Elmwood Auto Group and get a great deal.